Hello, this is Emma of EmmaLiveYoga. Welcome to this yoga class for stress and anxiety. So do make sure you have plenty of space to practice and that you're well hydrated. For this class, you will need a bolster or some pillow cushions, sofa cushions, whatever you have to hand. Do you have anything you need to support your knees? And as always, know that you can do this practice with different options from a chair should you wish. So come into a comfortable seated position. Press the palms of the hands together. We'll open the space for our practice with the vibration of Om. So taking a breath in. Om. And gently rest the hands down. Allow the eyes to close. So as we embark on this class, for stress and anxiety, we can take a few moments to observe how we're feeling in the body. The quality of our thoughts and emotions, knowing that anxiety and stress can affect those, and all these things can sit in the body. No judgment, just observing what is and the effect the life challenges may have had. And then taking a deeper breath in and exhale, gently open the eyes. So pressing the palms of the hands together once again, whichever seated base you're in. If you need to sit on something, please do. But just spend a few moments connecting with the heart space, connecting with the rise and fall, the ebb and flow of the breath in the heart space. Imagining the inhale could lift us through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, imagining a pair of heavy hands gently pressing the shoulders down. And beginning to cultivate that yoga awareness that all is well in this present moment. Whatever the external circumstances, we can find sanctuary in our yoga practice. We can begin to regulate the nervous system and process anxiety and stress. And beginning to observe the inhale and the exhale without feeling the need to make any changes. And we'll take one more breath like this, feeling connected to the breath, which is the yoga. And then gently releasing the hands down and opening the eyes once again. You may already feel just a little bit calmer. Hopefully that's the case. So from here, we'll come to an all fours position. You need to support your knees. Do have your blanket there. If you're in the chair, you might just bring the hands or even the forearms to rest down in the lap as you bend forward. From this position, inhale, exhale, and just begin to sway the hips from side to side, nice and easy. And drawing the shoulders back away from the ears and keeping some tone through the lower abdominals. And it might be your inhale to one side, your exhale to the other. And just finding your own rhythm in simple therapeutic movements. And just sometimes coming back to simplicity, breath, gentle movement is a way to alleviate stress and reduce anxiety. So then we'll turn this into a circling action. You might walk your hands a little bit further forward. And then next time you sway to the right side on the exhale, sink the hips back towards the heels. And then inhale as you scoop the hips up the left side. That's it. Exhaling down the right side, relax the shoulders and the head. Inhaling up the left side. We'll do one more in this direction. Exhaling down the right. Inhaling up the left and then pause. Exhale down the left as we change direction. And inhaling up the right. Shoulders back. That's it. Exhaling down the left. Inhaling up the right. Do one more. Exhaling down the left. Inhaling up the right. Now, as we arrive here, exhale, just sink the knees back and bring the forearms down as we arrive in a cobra position or a sphinx pose. You might come up onto the fingertips or flatten the hands down. Inhale, feel a lift of the sternum, the collarbones forward. Exhale, soften through the glutes, keep the back of the neck long. If you're practicing Sphinx from the chair, you can take hold of the sides or the back of the chair and just feel a big lift on the inhale. And exhale as we draw the shoulders back. Good, nice and easy. We'll do one more. Inhale, little lift of the chest forward. And then this time, exhale, sink all the way down. Rest the head on the backs of the hands. You might just rest on the fists, head on the fists if you're in the chair. Roll the heels out to the side if you're laying on the belly. You might close the eyes, soften the shoulders, and just feel a softening, a sense of things slowing down as you hear the breath and feel the breath. And stay for one more breath. And then gentle squeeze of the pelvic floor. Inhale, walk the hands underneath the shoulders or onto the lap. Exhale. Inhale, gently press up and walk the knees in, but keep the knees wide. Exhale as you arrive there. So if you've got your sofa cushions or your bolster, whatever you're using, just bring that gently between the knees. We're coming into a supported child pose. Really nice stress reliever, I find as well. So we inhale, walk the hands forward, exhale, and just begin to sink back until you're able to bend at the elbows. You can rest one ear down or the forehead down. Make sure your bolster is where you want it to be. You might have the hands underneath the head or off the bolster. Just see what feels best as you close the eyes. And feel the breath begin to emerge in the back of the body as you soften the shoulders. Nice, easy breathing, softening, feeling. And we're staying here for a few breaths. So just enjoying this pause. And sometimes it's the pause between our actions and our thoughts that enables us to tap into more peace, more tranquility. And coming down to the natural rhythm of the breath. If you're resting one ear down, now is the time to change sides. So you'll gently inhale, lift the head up, exhale to the opposite side. If you're resting on the forehead, you'll just stay exactly as you are. So softening into the breath, softening into the body. And feeling the benefits of just being and resting as a counterpose to the demands of everyday life. We'll just take a few more breaths. One more breath. And then take a deeper breath in. Exhale. As you exhale, just begin to walk yourself up to maybe the halfway point. Just allow yourself to pause again. No rush. Inhale as you gently press your way back towards the upright. That's it. Exhale. From here, just turn your support the opposite way around. So it's the short edge of the mat. I'm going to use it again. From here, just bring the hands over. So again, you might just bring the forearms to rest in the lap if you're in the chair. Otherwise, you're going to step the left leg over. So you might just use a bolster to do that in stages, kind of halfway. Then you lean over to the right. You might lift the back of the knee over, or you might be able to step through. Just see what's doable. So you'll feel the bolster resting just in front of the right knee. Exhale. It might be you stay there, or you might do what I'm going to do, which is to bring the knee onto the bolster, release the back foot, and then bring the hands either side of the foot. This is a big ask. Now you could always use bricks, or you could come higher up, bringing the hands onto the hips, or maybe resting above the knees. So see what feels best. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, and just acknowledge any intensity you can feel down that right hip flexor. I can feel that too. We try to make peace with the discomfort. We try to dispel anxiety and stress in our yoga practice. And then pressing into the left heel, inhale, gently lift up if that's suitable. Remember your options here. Bring the hands into a prayer position. Good, relax the shoulders. So really focusing on opening out the front of that right hip. We'll take one more breath. Good, and then inhale, coming back down. Exhale. Inhale again, you can come to that halfway point with the left shin, and then exhale, step it back. Now from here, lift the back of the knee up and just stretch into the back leg. You might introduce a rocking action there. To release areas where we can feel tight and tense in the body, which can sometimes contribute to any stress that we're feeling. So just rocking back. Good. And then inhale, bringing that left knee down. Exhale. Changing sides. Inhale, right shin comes, the halfway house option. You might step through, or again, just take the back of the right knee. As you come through, you might stay behind the bolster, or you might bring your knee to rest on the bolster. So just see what feels best again for you. Exhale as you sink into Anjaneyasana, or the lunge position. Draw the shoulders back. Very good. If you're doing this in a chair, you just replicate the same shape. Right foot comes forward, left leg steps back down the side of the chair is an option. Or you can take the knee to an outward facing, which again opens out the hip and keep the knee bent. So just see what feels best. Again, you may stay here. Remember your different options as you press into the right heel. Steady breathing. That's it. From here, you might lift up. Again, you can stabilize through Anjali Mudra if you wish. Breathing and feeling. Might be more or less intense on this side. Just go with it, with the breath. Very good. We'll take one more breath. And then exhale, coming down. So again, inhale, take the right leg back. Pause a moment, and then exhale, stretch the leg back and just rock into the back calf tissue. Opening out, shoulders draw back. Good, and then inhale, bring that right knee in. Exhale, and just kind of sink back. So a little bit of a stretch of the thighs here and also the fronts of the ankles. If it's too much, then come off the bolster. You might want to just try that and just feel that opening. If you've been driving a lot, sometimes this can feel pretty intense. It just really stretches the front of the ankle out. If it's not suitable, that's okay. Just come down. One more breath. Very good. So prepare the hips for Gomukhasana legs or cow face pose legs. You can pop your support to one side. So from this position, coming to Gomukhasana, you'll begin with the right knee forward and then step over with the left foot. It might be that you stay there. this is too much for the knee, then you'll just stretch out the left leg and just step over, sorry, the right leg and step over with the left. So I'm always doing the opposite. So you can stay there. If that's comfortable for you, then just hinge forward and try and stack the knees. Then exhale, sit back. Remember, you can sit back on a cushion, feel the intensity of the hip stretch. And just gently clasp the hands, whichever position you're in. If you're in a chair, there's an option to just cross that left leg, to cross at the ankles is an option. Good. The heart space lifting, shoulders releasing. Carry so much of our stuff in our hips, so it's always good to open them out. You want to try full Gomukhasana. On the inhale, you lift the right arm up. Exhale, sneak the arm down the back. And then you can swing the left arm up the back. It might be take hold of your top like I'm doing. You might have a belt, or you might be able to take a clasp or a bind. Just as long as you can feel a stretch, you're in the right place. So don't force anything. Lifting the chest. Good. So try not to take the head forward. Keep lifting. That's it. Back of the head moving back. Just a few more breaths. Feeling all the tightness. Knowing all these tight spots open up possibilities for transformation. You can just be here and breathe. Very good. And then exhale and just release down. You might have a little shoulder shimmy there. And then just begin to rock forward. Anything you need to do, you can roll to one side just to extract the legs. That's it. Stretch out. Give them a little bit of jiggle through the ankles, and then we'll change sides. So bringing in the left heel. Again, same options. If you need to stretch out the left leg, that's fine. Do a step over. You might do a step over and pause there. You might lean forward, stack your knees, and sit back there. It's okay if you have a gap between your knees. It's all right, me too. Just make sure there's no pain. If you don't want any pain in your knees, just drop down to another option. You might cross at the ankles. That's a nice option. And again, just settle into the breath. Try and feel a release through the lower body on the exhale, but a lift through the upper body on the inhale. Very nice. From here, we change sides. Inhale, internal rotation through the left arm into the shoulder, and the hand goes back. Again, you can swing through with the right arm. Again, you might take a clasp, you might take your top, you might use a belt. It's a cliche, but it's true. It is the journey, not the destination. So there's no great emotional, spiritual awakening if you're able to clasp your hands. It is what it is. It's a stretch. So wherever you can feel a stretch, relax around the jawline. That's it. We continue to address anxiety, stress that we all feel, various stages of our life. It's not to negate those experiences, but it's to know how to process them. Yoga gives us that tool. Good. And then exhale, gently release down. So again, release however is best. You might lean back. That's another option. And then just stretch the legs out in front of you. And just take the hands back so you can lean back and just jiggle out the thighs, jiggle out the ankles, release through the hips. From here, just bringing the soles of the feet together. Again, you can do this on the floor if you come a bit further forward on your chair. And just drop the knees out to the sides. So kind of a little Baddha Konasana. Might feel a bit tender on the hip joints. That's okay, to be expected in that stretch. It's better to be still than be still. Good. And then from this position, just sit forward, take hold of the ankles, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, a little hinge forward. So try and keep the back long. So you'll see from my movement, it's not particularly big move. We're just getting into a different area of the hips. Good. And then inhale as you come back through. From here, exhale, scooch forward and lay all the way down. Now, as you lay down, bring the knees into the belly for Apanasana. And just have a gentle rock from side to side. Shoulders releasing. From here, we can come to Viparita Karani, or legs in the air pose, which is great for regulating the nervous system. So you can float the ankles up. You might bend the knees. That might be a big ask, in which case you might use your support or even the backs of the hands underneath the lower back, the glutes, and float your legs up from there. So that's an option. Feel the shoulders heavy and toes light. The softness through the knees. You might close the eyes. You might place the hands just very lightly on the rib cage, fingers spread out, and feel that this is the body breathing now. This is the body at ease. And then inhaling, bending the knees in. Exhale, just briefly extend the legs out for a Shavasana. Open the palms. Close the eyes. So now you might pause the video and take a deeper dive into this restful state. We'll just stay for a few moments to absorb the practice. And then from here, take an inhale, reach back, stretch into the toes, big body stretch. Exhale as you soften and release. And then inhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, have a squeeze in, a big thank you to the body. And then roll over to one side, pause for a breath. And then inhale, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. However that looks for you, sit nice and tall. Press the palms of the hands together. Allow the eyes to close and gently bow the head to give thanks for our health and our practice. And then inhale to lift the prayer hands up, exhaling to the side. Inhale to look up and exhale. Namaste. So thank you for practicing with me. I hope you feel a bit more settled and centered. And if you enjoyed the class, do press the like button, do leave me a comment, and remember to subscribe so that you never miss a class. Have a great day.